it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery. No matter what you do, sometimes you may end up with a hen that is insistent on being broody during the winter time. I know my little silky friend here, she loves to go broody at the most inopportune times. So there's a couple things that we can do to help our broody hens during the winter. First is you can try to break your broody hen. Basically, take them off the nest box, block off the nest box, and see if we can get them to reset a little bit until it's a little bit warmer in the springtime. If that doesn't work, then you're going to need to give your broody hen a little bit of extra comforts, especially while they're going broody. Broody hens like to pull their feathers out of their chest area to build their nest area, and they don't dust bathe as much during the time that they are broody, and that's kind of harder on them during the winter time. So a couple things that I like to do, because I have lots of silkies that do like to go broody in the winter, is first, I have a separate coop, like this one right here. I use this coop for my broody hens during the winter time if I need to separate them, especially if they will not break being broody. Another thing that I do is if I have a broody hen, I make sure that their feed and their water is easily accessible for them, and I make sure that that water does not have a chance to freeze. So I have an extra smaller heated waterer that I use for my broody hens. Another thing that I do is I make sure that their area is nice and warm and clean. So my broody hens will get a little bit of extra bedding in and around them. And I also make sure to put a little bit of diatomaceous earth and fresh lavender into their nest box area, because it's going to help them, especially when they're not dust bathing as much, and the lavender helps to calm them a little bit. If you have a broody hen that goes through the whole process and actually hatches some chicks, and it's extremely cold where you live, you may want to have a brooder somewhere that's more inside where you can put the hen and the new baby chicks. This way you're going to ensure that the chicks and the hen are going to stay nice and warm and happy. And I have an extra large brooding box that I have set aside just in case I need it for that. I allow the chicks to get a couple weeks old, and then I slowly transition everybody back outside. Because the broody hen, she knows how to keep everybody warm. We're just giving these suggestions in the case of some extreme cold weather. Another thing that you can do for your broody hens is you can put a heat plate that looks like this right here, or a heat mat. This is something that is made specifically to keep in the coop, that is safe and can add some extra heat in the coop. Remember, no heat lamps in the coop. That's a fire hazard and that is not safe. Hopefully I've given you a few little tips in case you have a broody hen during the winter time. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. As always, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that bell so you're the first to know every time a new video has been released. I'm going to take my silkie back to her coop.